Chosen ones, God has spoken, and your life is shifting right now. This moment is not a coincidence. It's a divine signal, a call from the heavens that something monumental is unfolding in your life. You're standing at the edge of a transformation so powerful, it will rewrite your story. Don't miss this. What's coming is not just a change, it's a complete realignment of your destiny. God's hand is moving, and the blessings prepared for you are about to pour out in ways that will leave you speechless. You've walked through valleys others couldn't survive. You've carried burdens that would crush most. Yet here you are, still standing, still shining. That's no accident. God chose you because your spirit is unbreakable. Your heart carries a fire that no storm can extinguish. Right now, the Creator is clearing the path before you. The obstacles that once blocked your way are crumbling. The doubts that clouded your mind are fading. You're not just stepping into a new chapter, you're stepping into a new realm of possibility. This shift isn't about small changes. It's about a divine reset. Picture a river, long held back by a dam, suddenly breaking free. That's the force of God's plan rushing into your life. Your dreams, the ones you thought were too big, too far away, they're not out of reach anymore. God is placing opportunities in your hands, connections in your path, and wisdom in your heart. You're about to see doors open that you didn't even know existed. These aren't random moments. They're orchestrated by the one who knows your name. But transformation comes with a call to action. God's blessings flow to those who are ready to receive them. Pause for a moment. Feel the weight of this truth. If your spirit is stirring, if you feel that spark of recognition, take a stand. Hit that like button to declare you're ready for what's coming. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this journey. And in the comments, type 777 to seal this moment, to signal to the universe that you're claiming this shift. These actions aren't just clicks, they're steps of faith, aligning you with God's promise. Now, let's talk about what this shift really means. It's not just about wealth or success, though those may come. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you were created to be. God didn't make you to blend into the crowd. You're not here to live someone else's story. You're a masterpiece, sculpted by divine hands, meant to shine with a purpose that changes everything. The world may try to dim your light, but God is amplifying it. Your presence will soon radiate so brightly that others will notice without you saying a word. Think about the stars in the night sky. They don't compete for attention. They simply shine, and their light travels across galaxies. That's you right now. God is positioning you to shine in ways that will touch lives you haven't even met yet. Your talents, your voice, your compassion, they're not random. They're tools God is sharpening for a purpose bigger than you can imagine. As you step into this shift, you'll see how every trial you faced was preparing you for this moment. The enemy thought they could stop you. They tried to throw chaos in your path, fear, rejection, failure, but you didn't break. You stood firm, and now the darkness is retreating. No weapon formed against you can prosper. That's not just a promise, it's a fact. The Bible says in Isaiah 54:17, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." You're not just surviving, you're overcoming. The devil's plans are unraveling because your faith is stronger than their schemes. This shift is also about freedom, not the kind the world offers, tied to money or status, but a deeper freedom. It's the freedom to live without fear, to walk without shame, to dream without limits. God is breaking the chains that held you back. Those old wounds, the ones that made you doubt your worth, they're being healed. You're not defined by your past mistakes or the words others spoke over you. You're defined by God's love, and His love says you are enough. Let's pause again. If this message is hitting your soul, if you feel God's truth wrapping around you, don't just listen, act. Drop a 777 inches the comments to claim this freedom. Hit that like button to affirm your place in this divine shift. Subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones who are stepping into their calling. These aren't just gestures, they're declarations that you're ready to walk in God's plan. Your faith is the key that unlocks the next level of your journey. Now, picture this. A seed buried in the ground, hidden in darkness, suddenly breaks through the soil. It doesn't just grow, it thrives, stretching toward the Sunday. That's you right now. The struggles you faced were the soil, pressing you, shaping you. But God's light is pulling you upward. You're not just emerging, you're blooming. Your life is about to display colors the world hasn't seen. Your story is becoming a testimony that will inspire others to rise. This isn't about chasing worldly success. God's shift is deeper. It's about aligning your life with His purpose. When you walk in His will, everything else falls into place. Your finances, God's got that. Your health, He's renewing it. Your relationships, He's restoring them. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Trust Him. The shift is happening because you're choosing His path over the world's. But here's the truth. This shift requires you to let go. You can't hold on to old mindsets and expect new blessings. The fears that kept you small, the doubts that held you back, they don't belong in this new season. God is calling you to release them. It's like shedding an old coat that no longer fits. You're stepping into a new identity, one that reflects His glory. The world may not understand it yet, but they'll see it soon. Your transformation will speak louder than words. Imagine a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. It doesn't fight the storm, it simply stands, its light cutting through the darkness. That's you. God is making you a beacon. People will look at you and see something different, not just your appearance, but your peace, your strength, your joy. They'll wonder what's changed, and the answer will be clear. God's hand is on you. Your life is becoming a living proof of His power. The shift God is bringing isn't just for you. It's for those around you. Your family, your friends, even strangers. They'll be touched by the overflow of your blessings. When God moves in your life, it's never just about you. It's about His kingdom. Your success will inspire others to trust Him. Your healing will show others they can be healed. Your rise will remind the world that God keeps His promises. You're not just a chosen one, you're a catalyst for change. Let's talk about timing. God's timing is perfect, but it's not always what you expect. You may have prayed for change and felt like nothing was happening, but every moment of waiting was preparation. God was working behind the scenes, aligning people, places, and opportunities. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." Your season is now. The gates of heaven are opening, and the blessings are flowing. You might be thinking, but what if I'm not ready? Here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect to receive God's blessings. You just have to be willing. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. You're already equipped with everything you need. Your faith, your resilience, your heart. There, enough. Step forward with confidence, knowing God is with you. He's not asking you to figure it all out. He's asking you to trust Him. This shift is also about vision. God is giving you eyes to see what others can't. While the world sees limits, you'll see possibilities. While others see problems, you'll see solutions. This new vision will guide you to places you never thought you'd go. It's like a compass, pointing you toward your purpose. Trust it. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Don't let fear hold you back. The enemy will try to whisper doubts, telling you this shift is too big, too sudden. But those whispers are lies. God's voice is louder, and he's saying, "This is your time. You've been through the fire, and you've come out refined, stronger, ready." The devil can't stop what God has started. Your life is shifting because God has decreed it. Stand firm and watch the miracles unfold. If this is resonating, if you feel the truth sinking into your bones, take a moment to act. Drop a 777 inches the comments to declare you're stepping into this shift. Hit that like button to claim your place in God's plan. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones who are walking in their divine calling. These actions are more than clicks, they're steps of faith, aligning you with the blessings God is pouring out. Now, let's talk about the power of your presence. You're not just a person, you're a force. Your words, your actions, your very existence, they carry weight. God is amplifying that power right now. People will start to notice something different about you. It's not just your appearance or your success. It's the peace you carry, the confidence that radiates from you. You're becoming a living testimony of God's grace, and that testimony will change lives. This shift is also about abundance, not just financial abundance, though God may bring that too. It's about an overflow of joy, peace, and purpose. Picture a cup so full it spills over, blessing everyone around it. That's what God is doing in your life. He's not giving you just enough. He's giving you more than enough. Psalm 23:5 says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." That's your reality now. But with abundance comes responsibility. God isn't blessing you just for you. He's blessing you to be a blessing. Your wealth, your talents, your time, they're tools to build His kingdom. Maybe it's helping someone in need, starting a business that creates jobs, or simply showing kindness to a stranger. Whatever it is, God is trusting you to use His gifts wisely. Step into that responsibility with boldness, knowing He's guiding your every move. Let's talk about the future. This shift isn't a one-time event. It's the beginning of a new trajectory. God is setting you on a path that leads to greater heights. The dreams you've held in your heart, the ones you thought were impossible, they're not just possible, they're part of God's plan. He's not just changing your circumstances, He's changing your perspective. You're starting to see yourself the way He sees you, chosen, capable, destined for greatness. The world might try to pull you back. People might question your transformation, doubt your success. But their opinions don't matter. God's truth does. He's declared you a chosen one, and no one can undo what He's spoken. When others see you rising, they might not understand at first. They might even resist. But keep walking. Your life will speak for itself. Your success will be a testimony to God's power, and it will silence every critic. This shift is also about rest. Not the kind of rest where you do nothing, but the kind where you stop striving and start trusting. God is saying, "I've got this." You don't have to fight for your place. It's already yours. You don't have to prove your worth. It's already established. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Let go of the struggle. Let God carry the weight. Imagine a tree, deeply rooted, unshaken by storms. Its branches reach high, its leaves vibrant with life. That's you right now. Your roots are in God's promises, and no storm can uproot you. Your life is about to bear fruit in ways you never imagined. People will come to you for shade, for wisdom, for hope. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, and your growth will bless others. This moment is sacred. You're not just watching a video, you're receiving a divine message. God is speaking directly to you, chosen one. He's saying your life is shifting now. Don't miss it. Embrace it. Step into it. The gates of heaven are opening, and the blessings are yours to claim. Drop a 777 inches the comments to affirm your faith. Hit that like button to stand in God's truth. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path. This is your time. Chosen ones, this divine shift is reshaping not just your life, but the very air around you. Imagine a symphony, each note building on the last, creating a melody that resonates across time. That's what God is composing through you right now. Your life is becoming a song of purpose, a harmony of faith that others will hear and feel. Every step you take is a note in His masterpiece, and the world is starting to listen. This transformation isn't about forcing change, it's about becoming. You're not chasing a new version of yourself, you're stepping into it. Picture a caterpillar, tucked away in its cocoon, not struggling but simply surrendering to the process. That's where you are. God is weaving something extraordinary within you, and soon the world will see the wings you've been given. These wings aren't just for flight, they're for soaring, for carrying you to places only God could design. The shift God is bringing touches every part of your being. Your mind is clearer now, your thoughts sharper. Where confusion once clouded your decisions, you'll find clarity. Proverbs 2-6 says, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From His mouth come knowledge and understanding." This isn't just a promise, it's happening. You're starting to see solutions where others see problems. Ideas are sparking, connections are forming, and your vision is aligning with God's perfect plan. But this shift demands courage. The world will try to pull you back to the familiar, to the safe. People may question your new path, your bold choices. They'll say, "Who do you think you are?" But God's voice is louder. "You are mine. You're not stepping into this alone. He's walking with you, guiding each step." Joshua 1-9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Hold fast to that truth. Your life is becoming a canvas, and God is the artist. Every brushstroke, every trial, every victory is part of a bigger picture. You may not see the full image yet, but trust that it's beautiful. The struggles you faced weren't random. They were colors, shades of strength and resilience, painting a story of redemption. Soon, others will look at your life and see not just you, but God's hand at work, creating something breathtaking. Now, let's talk about influence. As God shifts your life, your presence is starting to ripple. You're not just changing, you're changing others. Your words carry weight, your actions spark inspiration. People are watching, even if you don't see it. A kind gesture, a bold decision, a moment of faith, it's planting seeds in hearts you may never know. You're not just a chosen one, you're a light, drawing others toward God's truth. If this is stirring your soul, if you feel God's hand moving, take a stand. Drop a 777 inches the comments to claim this moment. Hit that like button to affirm your place in this divine shift. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path. These aren't just clicks, they're declarations, aligning you with God's promise. Your action is a step of faith, a signal that you're ready for what's next. This shift is also about restoration. God isn't just giving you new opportunities, He's redeeming what was lost. The dreams you buried, the hopes you set aside, they're not gone. God is breathing life into them. Think of a garden, once barren, now blooming with color. That's your life. The seasons of drought are over. Ezekiel 36-35 says, "This land that was laid waste has become like the Garden of Eden." That's God's promise for you: renewal, beauty, life. But restoration isn't just about you. It's about your relationships, your community, your legacy. God is mending broken connections, healing old wounds, and building bridges where walls once stood. You may have lost people along the way, friends, family, mentors, but God is bringing new relationships, ones that align with His purpose. These connections will strengthen you, challenge you, and carry you forward into this new season. Let's talk about provision. God's shift isn't just spiritual, it's practical. He's moving in your finances, your career, your opportunities. Picture a storehouse, filled to overflowing with everything you need. That's what God is opening for you. Malachi 3:10 says, "Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." Trust Him, the provision is coming. This isn't about chasing wealth for wealth's sake. It's about having the resources to fulfill your calling. God knows what you need to do His work, whether it's starting a business, supporting a cause, or simply living with generosity. He's not giving you just enough. He's giving you abundance. But with abundance comes stewardship. Use what He gives wisely, knowing every gift is a tool to build His kingdom. The shift also brings clarity of purpose. You're not wandering anymore. God is sharpening your focus, showing you why you're here. Think of a compass, its needle steady, pointing true north. That's your heart now, aligned with God's will. The distractions that once pulled you off course are losing their power. You're starting to see your role in His plan, and it's bigger than you ever imagined. But purpose comes with responsibility. God isn't just calling you to dream, He's calling you to act. The ideas in your heart, the vision in your mind, they're not just thoughts, they're assignments. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfection. Step out in faith, knowing God has already equipped you. Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." That's not a maybe, it's a guarantee. This shift is also about joy. Not the fleeting kind that comes and goes with circumstances, but a deep, unshakable joy. It's the kind that bubbles up when you know God is in control. Psalm 16:11 says, "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence." That's what's happening now. As you align with God's plan, joy is becoming your strength, your anchor, your song. The world may try to steal that joy. Challenges will come, doubts will creep in, but they can't touch what God has placed in you. Your joy isn't tied to what's outside, it's rooted in His presence. When storms hit, you'll stand firm, smiling through the chaos, because you know who holds your future. That's the power of a chosen one. That's the power of this shift. Let's talk about legacy. This divine shift isn't just for today. it's for generations. The choices you make now, the faith you walk in, the courage you show, they're planting seeds for those who come after you. Your life is becoming a story that will inspire your children, your community, even strangers. You're not just living for yourself, you're building something eternal. Think of a river carving a path through stone. It doesn't just flow, it shapes the landscape for centuries. That's your impact. God is using you to carve paths of hope, faith, and love. People will walk those paths long after you're gone, and they'll thank God for your life. Your legacy isn't about fame or wealth. It's about showing the world what happens when a chosen one trusts God. This shift also brings discernment. You're starting to see through the noise of the world. Lies that once deceived you are losing their grip. People's motives are becoming clearer. Opportunities that aren't for you are easier to spot. Hebrews 5:14 says, "Solid food is for the mature, who by constant use have trained themselves to distinguish good from evil." That's you now, mature, wise, discerning. But discernment isn't just about avoiding traps. It's about recognizing divine moments. God is placing opportunities in your path that look ordinary, but carry extraordinary weight. A conversation, a decision, a small step of faith, any of these could be the key to unlocking your next level. Trust your instincts. They're not random, they're God's voice guiding you. If this is resonating, if you feel the shift happening, don't just listen, act. Drop a 777 inches the comments to declare you're ready. Hit that like button to stand in God's truth. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path. These actions are your way of saying, "I'm all in." They're steps of faith, aligning you with the divine shift God is bringing. Now, let's talk about resilience. You've been through battles others can't imagine. Loss, betrayal, hardship. They tried to break you, but they didn't. Instead, they forged you. Like steel tempered in fire, you've come out stronger, sharper, ready. God didn't just bring you through those trials. He used them to build you into a force. Your resilience is a testimony to His power. The enemy thought they could stop you. They threw obstacles in your path, hoping you'd give up. But you didn't. You kept going, kept trusting, kept believing. That's why God is shifting your life now. You've proven you're ready. Psalm 18:32 says, "It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure." That strength is yours, and it's carrying you into this new season. This shift is also about identity. You're not who the world says you are. You're not defined by your mistakes, your struggles, or your past. You're defined by God's truth. You are chosen, loved, destined. As you embrace this identity, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your decisions align with His will. You start to walk like someone who knows their worth. But embracing your identity means letting go of lies. The world may have told you you're not enough, too weak, too broken, too late. Those are chains, and God is breaking them. You're stepping into a new name, Chosen One. It's not just a title, it's who you are. Wear it with boldness. Let it shape how you move, how you speak, how you dream. This shift is also about connection. God is bringing people into your life who see your light, who honor your purpose. These aren't just friends or colleagues, they're divine appointments. They'll challenge you to grow, support you in your calling, and walk with you toward God's plan. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor." Trust God to bring the right people at the right time. But connection also means boundaries. Not everyone will understand your shift. Some will try to pull you back, to keep you small. Discern who belongs in your circle. Protect your peace. God is surrounding you with those who will lift you higher, not hold you down. As you step into this new season, choose relationships that reflect His purpose for you. This shift is about movement. You're not meant to stay still. God is calling you to take steps, to act on the vision He's given you. It might feel daunting, but every step is guided. Think of a river flowing toward the sea. It doesn't stop to question its path. It moves. That's you now. Move forward, trusting God to direct your course. The world may try to slow you down. Distractions will come, doubts will whisper. But you're not ordinary. You're a chosen one, and your momentum is unstoppable. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." That's your promise. Keep moving, keep trusting, and watch God make a way. Chosen ones, this divine shift is rewriting the rules of your reality. Imagine a book, its pages blank until God's hand begins to write. Each word, each sentence, is a new chapter of your life unfolding. You're not just living, you're being authored into a story of purpose, power, and divine intention. The ink is fresh, the plot is unfolding, and the world is about to read a testimony that only you could live. This transformation isn't about effort, it's about alignment. Picture a dancer moving in perfect rhythm with the music. That's you, syncing with God's timing, His rhythm. Every step you take now is in tune with His plan. The missteps of the past, the moments you felt out of place, they were practice for this moment. You're ready to move with grace, to flow with His purpose, and to shine in His spotlight. Your heart is becoming a sanctuary. God is building a space within you where peace reigns, where His voice is clear. The noise of the world, its chaos, its demands can't penetrate this sacred place. John 16:33 says, "In me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." That peace is yours now, anchoring you as the shift unfolds, steadying you for what's ahead. But peace doesn't mean stillness. It means power. God's peace equips you to face challenges without fear, to walk through storms without faltering. You're not dodging life's battles. You're standing in them, unshaken. The enemy may try to stir chaos, but your heart is grounded. You're becoming a fortress, not of stone, but of faith, a place where God's strength shines through. This shift is also about revelation. God is pulling back the curtain, showing you truths you couldn't see before. Think of a fog lifting, revealing a landscape you didn't know was there. You're starting to understand your purpose, your calling, your place in His plan. What felt like mystery is becoming clear. Ephesians 1:17 says, "I keep asking that the God of our Lord Jesus Christ may give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation." That's happening now. With revelation comes responsibility. God isn't showing you these truths to keep them hidden. You're called to share them, to live them out. Your life is a message, a living letter from God to the world. The way you move, the choices you make, they're speaking to those around you. Someone is watching, waiting for your courage to inspire theirs. Your revelation is their invitation to seek God's truth. If this is stirring your spirit, if you feel God's voice speaking, take a moment to act. Drop a 777 inches the comments to claim this revelation. Hit that like button to stand in His truth. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones on this journey. These aren't just clicks, they're declarations, aligning you with God's unfolding plan. Your faith is the spark that ignites the next step. Now, let's talk about authority. God is placing a mantle on you, a divine authority to walk boldly in his name. Picture a king stepping into his throne room, not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence. That's you. You're not here to shrink back or apologize for your calling. You're here to claim it. Luke 10:19 says, "I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy." That's your birthright. This authority isn't about control, it's about impact. Your words, your presence, your faith, they carry weight. When you speak, things shift. When you pray, mountains move. You're not just a bystander in this world. You're a force, ordained by God to change what's around you. The enemy trembles because you're starting to realize who you are. Your authority is God's power flowing through you. This shift is also about trust. God is teaching you to lean on Him, not on your own strength. Imagine a child holding their father's hand, fearless because they know who's leading them. That's you, walking with God, trusting His guidance. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." Let go of the need to control. God's plan is better than yours. Trusting Him means embracing the unknown. The path ahead may not be clear, but it's certain. God is leading you to places you can't yet see, to victories you can't yet imagine. Every step feels like a leap, but it's not blind faith, it's faith in the one who sees all. You're not stumbling, you're being guided. Let trust be your compass, and watch how God aligns every detail. This shift is about overflow. God's blessings aren't trickling into your life, they're pouring. Picture a waterfall, unstoppable, cascading with power. That's the abundance coming your way. It's not just money or opportunities, it's joy, peace, purpose. Psalm 65:11 says, "You crown the year with your bounty, and your carts overflow with abundance." That's your reality. Now an overflow that touches every part of your life. But overflow isn't meant to be contained. It's meant to spill out. Your blessings are tools to bless others. Your abundance is a river that brings life to those around you. Share your time, your resources, your love. God is trusting you to be a conduit of His goodness. As you give, you'll see even more flow back to you. It's a cycle of blessing, one that never runs dry. Let's talk about vision. God is expanding your horizons, showing you possibilities you never dreamed of. Think of an eagle, soaring high, seeing the world from a perspective others can't. That's you now. Your vision is growing, your dreams are stretching. What once felt impossible is now within reach. Habakkuk 2-3 says, "The vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie." Your dreams are God's promises taking shape, but vision requires action. God's not just showing you the destination, He's calling you to walk toward it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are, with what you have. Every step you take is a step toward His plan. The world may call your dreams crazy, but God calls them destiny. Move forward, knowing He's clearing the path ahead.